Today we're going to be taking a closer look at Marvel Select Loki. Let's do this. Hey guys, me host Superstar, thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got, it's Loki. And I'm very happy to have this awesome new Loki in the collection, guys. This is awesome. It's from the Diamond Select range and exclusive to the Disney Store. So this is going to be a really cool one and a really fun one to have. I do actually have a, I was going to get this anyway, because I kind of want to see, because he doesn't look to be that tall, but it may be just the way it is in the box. I'm hoping he scales well with the 80th anniversary sort of Thor, because I would like to have him on my Avengers display. I know this is a more modern depiction of Loki, definitely of around the 2016 era, when he was in the Miss Marvel comics and obviously Vote Loki. So he's definitely from around that era, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead, guys, and take a closer look at this awesome action figure. And we'll get him out of the box and see about Kid Loki, because I've heard bad things. I bought this thinking he was going to be a fully articulated figure, but from looking in the box here, guys, I don't think he's articulated. All the arms seem to be glued down. So I think he's just a statue. Wish Diamond Select would have made him fully posable, but we'll double check on that. And that looks to be everything I can see in the box for now. This was $26.95, not on the cheap side, but I would have paid a few quid more, around about 30, 32 maybe, to have a fully articulated Kid Loki. Especially as we already have, you know, Lady Loki and stuff like that. It would have been cool to have another depiction of Loki in the collection. But anyway, guys, let's take a close look. So whilst I'm unboxing this, guys, let's take a closer look at who is Loki. Though Loki most often seen as a young man, he spent a millennia as a kid, a woman and even animals, all thanks to his shape-shifting abilities. The crafty prince's magic knows no equal, and his guile and greed exceed all others. Loki's the thorn in the rose that you never suspect. The Norse trickster god Loki is the son of the frost giant Ulik, adopted by Odin after the frost giants were slain. Raised with his adoptive brother Thor and the other Asgardians, Loki's trickster side has gotten him into trouble time and time again. While trying to take over Earth, Loki inadvertently created the Avengers when Thor, Hulk, Ant-Man, Wasp and Iron Man teamed up to stop him. Loki has training in the dark arts and has his eye on Asgard's throne. He brings chaos to the fabled realm, as well as Earth and the rest of the multiverse. Alright guys, so here he is out of the packaging, looking pretty swish. I really do like that face sculpt they've given him. That is very cool and does capture that sort of cheeky 2016 Loki. There was a little bit younger, a little bit hipper. But the actual coat itself is very pliable. You can sort of open it up to put his dagger in and things like that. He does have a little pouch here for his dagger, which we'll show you in a moment. And I like the scaled armor on the chest there. That's very nice and detailed. He even has a little pocket for his gold and stuff on this side, which is very nice. I'll show you all that better on the desk cam. The figure itself is beautiful. I've just made sure the arm joints are warmed up here, as I don't want to break this figure by any means. It is beautiful. I'm loving the paints on here as well. There is these sort of like nice dark golden back piece there on the the back of the sort of coat thing. It's got a very nice armor piece on there. I'm loving the more yellowy gold with a bit of a hint of a glitter on there for the actual horns. That's pretty cool. And you can see he's got the tattered arms on right now, which are very cool, don't get me wrong. I do like the way they look. But if we just pull the arms with the top hinge here, and then we pull here at the arm, this entire arm piece pops off like so. And we can even remove, if you wanted to, you can actually change the hands as well in the piece, which is nice. But why would you? Those gauntlets are very, very cool. And then we can actually port those into a fully sleeved arm, which isn't torn. And like, wow, it completes the arm. So the head is on a ball joint. You can make it look up and down, left and right, which is nice. Head doesn't go back too much because of the coat piece, but you can lift him forward a little bit. His arms, like I've just shown you, are fully ball peg joints. There's the top articulation here at the arm, then there's the bicep, and then we've got the single hinged elbow, which only bends so far, which don't overbend that, you will break it. And the hands, as you can see, are on full ball joints. You can even rotate, obviously, at that cuff piece as well to get his hand in different variations and motions. There's a little abdomen crunch, so we can crunch him forwards and backwards on that a little bit. Not too much, though. There's a waist swivel here as well, so we can crunch him around. His legs do lift out in Diamond Select form with that weird... I don't like the way the legs move out on these. put it that way. And then we've got the top thigh cut, double hinged knees there as well for Loki. No further shin cut, but the feet are on rocker and pivot ball joints. And they do have holes in the feet should you wish to use a display base. Not that I think you're going to need to, as he stayed pretty firm all the way through this review. He does feel very sturdy. It's not a figure that feels loose in any means. Like I said, I prefer him now I've got rid of these tattered arms. I do like the classic look. And he does come with his golden scepter as well, which is very nice. It's got so we can have that for display as well, which is nice. Of course, the God of Mischief needs that. Again, very cool. And he does have, like I was showing you, his dagger, which just slots into here. Yeah, very solid figure release. And I like the weapons, because these weapons obviously will be transferable to Marvel Legends. You could put the scepter in Loki, in the classic Loki's arms. Although that classic Loki we got a while back is not my favourite. I do still prefer the Toy Biz Loki. But now we have this as a modern depiction of Loki. I'm thinking he's going to take pride and place on the shelf. But guys, what we'll do is we'll head on down to desk cam to give you guys an up-close personal look at Loki. So let's head on straight on down to the desk cam. So before we go any further, let's take a look at this new static Loki that they've given us as well. If I tilt the camera down a little bit, because it is a child height, so it is a smaller figure. And it is just a static figure, which is a real shame. There's no moving parts in it whatsoever, not even the head. It's just a static statue. It's completely useless. Might look nice on display. He does come with a little display base because he doesn't like to stand very well. He will kind of stand if you kind of force his legs to, but he kind of needs the display base for long-term standing, especially in the heat, which we've got at the moment out here. It's going to be very hot and he's going to just fall over. So, meh. That's kind of the meh part of the figure for me. I was hoping for something extra with this. I thought this was going to be a fully articulated, kid Loki figure, but nope. We're not that lucky, I'm afraid, guys. There's always got to be a downside. What do you think of the kid Loki? It's got a nice look to it. I mean, it's got very nice paint and stuff, very nice face sculpt. It's just such a shame that they didn't articulate it, or at least give us minimal articulation, like being able to move the head so you can pose him. But meh, it wasn't meant to be, boys, so let's just get on with looking at Loki. Putting the camera back to full height now, you can see the Master of Mischief himself, Loki, and again, that face sculpt is probably one of my favourites that Marvel Select have done for a long time. It looks very nice, he looks very mischievous, and it does capture the essence of the God of Mischief very well, in my opinion. It looks very nice, and I'm liking the pit that they've done on that one. For a long time, my Tesseract has sat in the hands of that Red Skull since I got the SDCAC exclusive Red Skull recently, but I'm thinking Loki may have to steal that now, and may definitely be forced to hold it, because look how cool that looks in his hands. Oh yes, Loki's definitely stolen the Tesseract. How cool is that? That's very cool. I'm really liking this figure a lot. But of course, we all want to see how he poses opposite Marvel Legends. Now, Loki is a tall fellow. He's not short by any means, especially in the MCU. I know in the comics he was a little bit shorter, I think. But when we stand him opposite, bear in mind he's a god. He's meant to be an Asgardian. So for me, he should be taller than humans. And I like the fact that the 80th anniversary Thor is actually taller than him. So it does look okay to scale them together, in my opinion. Because I do think he should be taller than a basic human, just like Thor is taller than Cap and stuff. He should definitely be that way around. So I do like the fact that we can place him there. And I think he does look okay here. And if you wanted to look at scaling for the kid Loki, then he does come up to about the chest on most Marvel Legend male figures. Very cool character. Like I was saying, it might look okay on display, that little thing, but nah. I'm liking the fact that I can put Thor and Loki together. I'm definitely considering adding this guy to my Marvel Legends shelf. I know he's not a Marvel Legend, but I do want to display him with his brother Thor, and I do think he looks pretty awesome. I hope Marvel Select do come along and give us a modernized Thor as well to go with him. That would be pretty cool. Continuing maybe that same era, because obviously we're going that kind of goes into the War of the Realms and all that kind of stuff. So I would like to see that. And like saying, these will fit with the Marvel Legends figures. I mean, the Marvel Legends Loki, not that you want to improve on that horrible Marvel Legends Loki we got last time, but you can do, and give him a new sword or a new staff. But for me, how he's going to be on my shelf, he's definitely going to be displayed with Thor here. This is definitely how I'll be displaying my Loki on the shelf. I'm tempted to give him the Tesseract and obviously have him holding his classic scepter. So I really like the way that kind of looks together. He looks awesome. Very cool figure, and definitely scales well with that Marvel Legends Thor, so I'm happy. What are your thoughts though, guys? Let us know in the comments below. So guys, what are your thoughts on this awesome Loki? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you're new around here. Subscribing would really support this channel. Guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, Soup Sorrel, and I'll see you in the next video. And until then, may the Force be with you.